Ike's life had always been one of indulgence, from the luxury cars he drove to the countless women who found their way to his bed. On one seemingly ordinary day, a lunch meeting with his father revealed a surprising proposition. The elder businessman had grown weary of Ike's reckless ways and was determined to test his son's resolve. His challenge? Ike would abstain from women and all romantic pursuits for 3 months. If he succeeded, he would inherit the CEO position of their multi-million-dollar family business. Skeptical but desperate to prove himself, Ike reluctantly agreed. His father, however, had an ace up his sleeve, a bodyguard named Kiki, a no-nonsense, disciplined woman who would ensure he followed the rules. Kiki's entrance into Ike's life was a whirlwind. A former soldier with a sharp wit and unwavering resolve, she was nothing like the women Ike was used to. Her presence unnerved him, not just because of her stern demeanor but because of her undeniable allure. Ike's journey of discipline was about to begin, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The first few days of the challenge tested Ike's patience and self-control. Everywhere he turned, temptation seemed to mock him. Women from his past reappeared, each one offering the comfort and distractions he craved. Kiki, ever vigilant, thwarted every attempt Ike made to deviate from the rules. She was his shadow, ensuring he stayed the course, even when he tried to manipulate or sweet-talk her. Kiki's no-nonsense attitude clashed with Ike's charm, creating a tension that neither could ignore. Yet there was a strange dynamic forming between them. While Ike found himself frustrated by her steadfastness, he couldn't deny the growing respect he had for her. Kiki's strength and discipline were qualities he had never encountered in anyone before, and they began to stir something within him. As days turned into weeks, Ike's frustration grew. His friends, oblivious to his challenge, teased him about the gorgeous bodyguard always by his side. One evening, unable to contain his impulses, Ike tried to flirt with Kiki. His charm, which had always been his strongest weapon, met an immovable force. Kiki's curt response left him stunned. "I'm here to do my job, not to entertain your whims." The rejection hit Ike harder than he expected. For the first time, he began to see Kiki not as a challenge but as a mirror reflecting his flaws. Her resilience made him question his own lack of discipline, and the realization was both humbling and unsettling. Desperate for guidance, Ike's father arranged for him to meet Dr. Phillip, a sex therapist specializing in addiction. Initially dismissive, Ike reluctantly attended the sessions. Dr. Phillip's calm demeanor and insightful questions began to chip away at Ike's defenses. "Why do you feel the need to fill your life with temporary pleasures?" the therapist asked during one session. Dr. Phillip's sessions became a lifeline for Ike. He began to understand the root of his impulses and the emptiness they masked. Slowly but surely, Ike started to embrace the idea of change, even as the journey ahead remained daunting. One evening, after an intense therapy session, Ike found himself having a genuine conversation with Kiki. For the first time, he opened up about his struggles and fears. Kiki, who had always maintained her professional distance, listened intently. Her empathy surprised Ike, and their conversation marked a turning point in their relationship. Kiki's own story of resilience and discipline inspired Ike. She shared her experiences in the military and how she had learned to channel her energy into positive outlets. Her words resonated with Ike, giving him a glimmer of hope that he, too, could change. As weeks passed, Ike began to embrace vulnerability. He attended group therapy sessions and shared his story with others battling similar struggles. The act of opening up, something he had always avoided, became a source of strength. Each meeting reinforced the idea that he wasn't alone in his journey. Meanwhile, his relationship with Kiki continued to evolve. Though she maintained her professional boundaries, she couldn't ignore the changes in Ike. His efforts to confront his demons and take responsibility for his actions began to earn her respect. As the 3-month challenge neared its end, Ike faced his greatest test. A woman from his past, Rosa, appeared unannounced, pleading for his attention. The temptation was overwhelming, but Ike, fueled by his newfound resolve, resisted. Kiki, ever the watchful guardian, commended him silently with a nod of approval. The incident solidified Ike's determination to complete the challenge. He realized that true change came not from external pressures but from within. For the first time, he believed he could succeed. When the day finally arrived, Ike stood before his father, the board of directors, and his colleagues. The man who had once been ruled by his desires was now a picture of discipline and maturity. His father's announcement was met with applause. Ike would inherit the CEO position. The victory was bittersweet. Ike knew the journey was far from over, but he was ready to face the challenges ahead. With Kiki and Dr. Philip's support, he embraced his new role, determined to lead with integrity and purpose. Taking the reins of the family business was no small feat. Ike threw himself into his work, channeling his energy into building the company's future. His relationship with Kiki, though strictly professional, became a source of stability and inspiration. As he navigated the complexities of his new role, Ike found solace in the progress he had made. Each day was a reminder of his journey and the sacrifices it required. Just as Ike began to find his footing, his cousin Leo, who had vied for the CEO position, began to show signs of resentment. Leo's once loyal demeanor shifted, and his actions hinted at a hidden agenda. Ike's father, ever perceptive, warned his son to remain vigilant. Leo's growing ambition threatened to unravel the harmony within the company. Ike, now equipped with a stronger sense of self, prepared to confront the challenges ahead, determined not to let his family's legacy crumble. Leo's subtle machinations began to surface. Reports of financial discrepancies and underhanded dealings in the cosmetic arm of the business reached Ike's desk. Confronting his cousin, Ike was met with a calm denial, but the tension between the two was palpable. Determined to protect the company, Ike began a quiet investigation. As the days passed, Kiki became an invaluable ally. Her sharp instincts and unwavering loyalty helped Ike navigate the murky waters of corporate politics. Together, they uncovered a web of deceit that threatened to bring the company to its knees. The revelations set the stage for a confrontation that would test Ike's leadership and resolve. During a high-stakes board meeting, Ike presented his findings. The evidence against Leo was undeniable, and the board demanded answers. Leo, cornered and desperate, lashed out, accusing Ike of fabricating the claims to solidify his position. The heated exchange left the room divided, with loyalties tested on all sides. Ike, drawing on the discipline and composure he had cultivated over the past months, stood firm. "This company's future is bigger than our rivalry," he declared. His resolve impressed the board, and Leo's fate hung in the balance. The decision to remove him from his position marked a turning point, but the aftermath of the conflict left scars that would take time to heal. With Leo's removal, the company was left in a fragile state. Ike had to step up not only as a leader but also as a unifier. He spent weeks mending relationships within the organization, reassuring employees and stakeholders that the company's future was secure. Transparency became his new mantra, and he implemented measures to ensure accountability at every level. Kiki, ever the steady presence, played a pivotal role in this process. Her knack for diffusing tense situations and offering sound advice became an asset Ike relied on. Together, they rebuilt the company's reputation, piece by piece, proving that resilience and teamwork could overcome even the darkest of times. As the months passed, Ike and Kiki's bond deepened. One evening, over a quiet dinner to celebrate a successful quarter, Ike surprised her with an unexpected proposal. "I know you've always kept things professional, but I'd like to take you out on a proper date," he said, his voice tinged with nervousness. Kiki hesitated, her professional instincts warring with her personal feelings. She had grown to admire Ike's transformation, but crossing that line felt risky. Finally, she smiled and replied, "One date. Let's see where it goes." Ike's grin was infectious, and for the first time in a long while, he felt genuinely happy. Their first date was unlike anything Ike had experienced. Instead of the usual glitz and glamour, Kiki suggested a quiet walk in the park followed by a simple dinner at a cozy restaurant. The atmosphere was intimate, allowing them to connect on a deeper level. Ike shared stories of his childhood and dreams for the future, while Kiki opened up about her military days and the challenges she overcame. For the first time, Ike found himself captivated by someone's essence rather than their appearance. Kiki's depth and authenticity drew him in, and by the end of the night, he realized how much he cherished her presence. Their date was a turning point, not just in their relationship but in Ike's understanding of love and companionship. As their relationship blossomed, Ike faced a new challenge, balancing his romantic life with the demands of running a multi-million-dollar company. Kiki remained his anchor, encouraging him to maintain focus and prioritize his responsibilities. Their relationship, though budding, became a source of strength rather than distraction. However, not everyone was supportive of their union. Rumors spread within the company about their relationship, sparking debates about professionalism and favoritism. Ike and Kiki tackled the criticisms head-on, choosing transparency and honesty over secrecy. Their bond grew stronger in the face of adversity, proving their commitment to one another and the principles they stood for. Just as Ike and Kiki began to find balance in their lives, an unexpected crisis tested their resilience. A competitor launched a hostile takeover attempt, exploiting the company's recent turbulence. The board was thrown into chaos, and Ike had to rally his team to defend the family legacy. Kiki proved to be more than just a supportive partner. Her strategic thinking and unshakable presence helped Ike devise a plan that not only thwarted the takeover but also strengthened the company's position in the market. The experience deepened their bond, showing them both that they were stronger together. Meanwhile, Leo, humbled by his fall from grace, approached Ike with a surprising proposition. He offered to help the company recover from the damages caused by the attempted takeover. Skeptical but willing to give his cousin a chance, Ike accepted Leo's help under strict conditions. Working side by side, the cousins rebuilt a fragile trust. Leo's newfound humility and dedication surprised everyone, including Ike. It became clear that his redemption was genuine, and for the first time, the family seemed to be on the path to healing. As the company thrived under Ike's leadership, he and Kiki began to think about their future together. The challenges they faced had only solidified their love and respect for one another. Over a romantic evening, Ike proposed, this time with a ring. Kiki, moved by his sincerity, said yes, marking the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. The announcement of their engagement brought joy and celebration to the company. Employees, once skeptical of their relationship, now admired the couple's strength and dedication. Together, Ike and Kiki represented a new era for the family business, one built on love, trust, and resilience. Ike and Kiki's wedding was a celebration of their journey, attended by family, friends, and colleagues who had witnessed their transformation. The event marked not just their union but also the unity of the family and the company. Leo, now a trusted advisor, gave a heartfelt speech, acknowledging his past mistakes and expressing gratitude for the second chance. As the couple embarked on their honeymoon, Ike reflected on how far he had come. The reckless man he once was had been replaced by a leader, a partner, and a man of integrity. Kiki, his rock and inspiration, had shown him the power of discipline and love. Together, they looked forward to a future filled with possibilities. Sometimes, the greatest battles we face are within ourselves. Ike's journey is a testament to the power of discipline, love, and resilience. If you've been inspired by this story, take a moment to reflect on the changes you want to make in your own life. Remember, transformation starts with a single step. Embrace the challenge, trust the process, and create your own path to a brighter future. What's your next step toward greatness?